In my previous videos on this channel, we already looked at a ton of tourists and expats misbehaving abroad. And now the two worst behaving foreigners are currently facing a prison sentence, and it seems like they are slowly starting to realize how much trouble they really are. Because one is begging the US senators for help, while the other one is playing the mental health card to get out of jail. Spoiler, neither of those strategies will work. But today we will look at what Vitaly and Johnny Somali are currently trying to get out of jail. Let's start with our beloved friend Johnny Somali, because this guy has been really quiet over the last weeks. This is until he reposted the following tweet of Marco Rubio.
For too long, Americans have been fined, harassed, and even charged by foreign authorities for exercising their free speech rights. Today I'm announcing a visa restriction policy that will apply to foreign officials and persons who are complicit in censoring Americans. Free speech is essential to the American way of life, a birthright over which foreign governments have no authority.
Johnny Somali obviously completely misunderstood this tweet and thinks that this policy could apply to his case. And Johnny actually replied to the tweet asking Mr. Rubio if he could look at his case and see if his case falls under the new regulations. I can't believe that Johnny thinks that his action fall under the Freedom of Speech Act. I think he's just playing hard on the outside, but on the inside he realized that it's getting very, very serious for him. And no matter how many MAGA hats he will put on his head, the Trump administration will not help him out. And even some of his Discord mods, which I would say are his best friends, I think they also just wanted to see Johnny Somali crashing out. But now that they realized how serious that case actually is, they want to have nothing to do with Johnny Somali. As almost everyone. The only person that he has left right now is Hank, and if you saw the last live streams, even Hank is getting more and more annoyed by the situation.
Come party with us.
It's a quiet hour, so.
Okay, you like Diddy? You like the song?
Wait. Outside, I couldn't hear shit either.
Then come here and sit with us.
Dude, you bought another one?
No, it's the same one we had.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
You finished the last one.
No, I didn't.
You finished the last one.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I'm lying to you. It isn't the one. All right, come Hank. Don't fuck up the vibe. Can you dance with Diddy with me one time?
Yeah, this is the face of a man that regrets a lot of choices right there. So let's go across the ocean and look at Vitaly's case. Because apparently Vitaly also realized in what kind of a situation he dumped himself into. Because both the US and Russia stated that they will not extradite Vitaly and will not help him out with his legal case. And this is really a crazy statement, because both Russia and the US have a long history of helping citizens out even if they have a big criminal case in a country abroad. For example, there's the story of Trevor Reed. He was a US Marine and he allegedly assaulted a Russian officer in 2019. The US used a lot of diplomatic power and a prisoner exchange, but they got him back into the country. Another case like this, but on the Russian side, is the case of Viktor Bout. He was a Russian arms dealer, arrested and sentenced in the US. But just a few years later, Russia got him back by exchanging him for the YNBA basketball player Brittany Griner. Yeah, I think you remember that case. So the US got back a basketball player and gave back Russia an arms dealer. This is a crazy deal. For Vitaly, there's apparently not enough interest to get him back. But I think the Philippines would have never extradited Vitaly anyways, because they need him as an example for what happens when foreigners harass their locals. So now that he realized how unimportant he is to both governments, he pulled the mental health card. I think it's common knowledge that you can avoid jail time in most countries if you have a mental health issue and you go to treatment for that. It can even reduce the time of a prison sentence. I think this is the part of the first hearing where Vitaly acted like he had a mental health issue or wanted to act like this. I think nobody is gonna buy this one. So even if he puts on an act now, I think most judges will see through it and will not grant him any mental treatment. The Philippines really want to show the world that there's no fucking around with them, and I really much appreciate it. Because looking around the globe, there's so many tourists who really think that they can just crash out and misbehave, and their own government will then get them out of the country and sort things out. And all these people will hear the news about Vitaly and Johnny Somali, which will make them think twice about their actions. So Johnny is begging to senators who don't care, and Vitaly is playing the crazy one without anyone caring. So they are acting up, but the judge will proceed with the hearings and with the sentencing. So we can be sure that both of them definitely get a sentence. I hope you liked this breakdown. If you did, leave me a like, comment down below what you think about the situation, and I see you next time.